Good evening, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Find yourself in a comfortable position and we'll get going in a couple of moments. Okay, so let's begin. Bring yourself to a lovely, comfortable seated position. And just arriving onto your mat this evening. Sit up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine. We're going to take our palms, welcome Emily, thank you for joining. We're going to take our palms face down on your knees in a nice grounding position. Close down the eyes. And we'll take 3 inhalations here into the nose, exhaling from the mouth. So all together, let's begin. Inhale as fully as you can. Open your mouth, release your jaw, exhale softly. Once again, deep inhalation. Filling up, allow your belly to expand like a big balloon. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale it all out, let it go. Last one here. Inhale fully. And exhale, release. And just keep the eyes closed. Allow your breath to come to a balanced inhalation and exhalation now. And just begin to settle your body, close the eyes. And finding stillness. Begin to observe that natural ebb and flow of your breath. Letting go of any distractions in your environment, but noticing all the sounds that are around you. Just allowing them to dissolve away and really begin to go inwards. Follow the journey of your breath as it enters your body and goes down into the lower region of your lungs and then exits the body. We're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 5, really lengthening our exhalation to calm our whole nervous system. So all together, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just continue on your own count. So see if you can expand your inhalation, filling up a little further, really stretching out your diaphragm this evening, getting that muscle nicely activated. And as you exhale, see if you can lengthen your exhalation to really begin to center and calm your whole parasympathetic nervous system. So as you continue to breathe here, noticing the body, finding your stillness, finding some peace. Begin to observe your physical body. And just notice if there's any tingling or any sensations, past or present injury. What's going on within your body today in this moment? Continue to deepen that inhalation, each time stretching the diaphragm a little further. Expanding your lung capacity. And perhaps closing down the mouth now, activating your ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling only from your nose. in a nice, calm, relaxed rhythm. And begin to observe your mental and emotional state. How have you landed onto your mat? Perhaps choosing 2 words to just describe your emotional self this evening. And perhaps just setting a little intention finally for our class. And maybe just for yourself a little intention of what you want to achieve or what you want to get for the next 55 minutes. Keeping your eyes closed now, just trust in my voice, relaxing your hands onto the mat. And we'll just drop our head, bow your head to your heart, bring your chin in towards your chest, and slowly begin to take the head around its full axis, keeping that Ujjayi breath lovely and activated in and out through the nose throughout class, if you can. Rolling the head, rotating. And I invite you to really slow down, go slower than you want to go. Lovely. Rotate, go the opposite direction, and notice how the back of your neck, how your shoulders feel as you rotate your head. Notice movement in this upper spine here. And we're going to take our hands to our shoulders, bring your elbows to touch. Inhale, lift those elbows up as high as you can and begin to roll the shoulders. Shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open up. See if you can bring your elbows a little bit higher each time you lift. Look up towards the sky. And you can exhale anytime, of course, from your mouth. Please do. Especially at the beginning of and the end of that. And then rotate, go in the opposite direction. See how that feels. Perhaps rounding the spine a little bit more here. Beautiful. We're going to take the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, look towards your hands, bring your hands together, and exhale, hands to prayer in the center of the chest. Once again, inhale, lift those arms, lifting up out of the pelvis, reach the fingertips as high as you can, hands to prayer, and back to center. Last one, inhale, lift, look up, reaching those fingertips up, exhale, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. Inhale, lift. Opening the hands, maybe making a mudra with your thumb and your index finger. Hands to prayer. Inhale, reach, lift up. Stretching through the upper body. Exhale, opening those arms out. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Coming halfway down and just begin to rotate from the wrists. Stretching out all of your 10 fingers, rotate, go the opposite direction. And continue that Ujjayi breath. We're going to drop the left hand to the mat, reach your right hand up and over, folding into the left elbow, drop the head. Take a deep inhalation into your right side body. Exhale, release, come back to center, left hand reaches up and over, fold into that right elbow, drop the head, inhale, left side body. Expands, exhale, release, back to center, right hand reaching up. See if you can fold a little deeper this time, really dropping that head. Inhale, right lung expands. Exhale, feel that stretch through the side body. Left hand reaches up, folding a little deeper, dropping the head, left lung expands. And exhale, release, come back to center, hands to the knees, begin to rotate from the hips. Bringing some softness, some fluidity into the spine, get into those shoulders, rotate, go the opposite direction. Oh, have I frozen? Or have you? I think Emily's frozen. Well, don't worry, hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, lovely. We're going to come down onto our mats, coming into a lovely child's pose. Bring your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Sinking the hips now. Lovely big wide child's pose. And just relax the head, bend the elbows. You can take your palms, place one palm on top of each other and just bring your forehead down onto the mat. Just softening here, allow your tailbone to settle down towards the earth. Oh, I think we've lost Emily, don't worry. And allow this tailbone to settle down. Keep breathing deeply into the lower belly here. So you have nice space for your lower belly, really expanding, breathing down towards the pelvis, down into your perineum muscle. And we're going to take our hands to prayer. Oh, welcome back, Emily. Take our hands to prayer. Begin to walk your elbows forward and bring your prayer hands to the back of your neck. So we're really melting our armpits onto the ground here, stretching into those shoulders. See if you can walk your elbows another millimeter forward, really getting into that upper back stretch. And melt your heart. Imagine you're melting your heart down towards the earth. So just completely surrendering here on your exhalation, allowing your body to just sink, melt towards the earth. As if you were going to fall asleep here now for a while, allow the whole upper body to get really heavy and see if you can soften towards the ground a little further. Or just begin to walk your fingertips forward. Once again, so give your arms a lovely big stretch here as you walk your fingertips as far forward as you can, really stretching into the arms. Now we're going to walk our fingertips over to the left side. So as far left as you can go in your space, wherever you are, as far left. So you're folding over that left knee and then just melt here, feeling that compression in the left hip, drop the head. Option to take the right palm and place your right palm onto your left hand to get a deeper stretch into that right side body. Exhale, release, slowly begin to walk your fingertips back to center, and we'll go on the other side. So walking the fingertips as far to the opposite side, right, as you can. So really melting, folding over that right knee this time. Option to take your left palm and just place your left palm on top of your right palm. On top of your right palm for a deeper stretch in that left side. Exhale, release. Once again, walking the fingertips back to center. Come up high on your fingertips and just gently sway from side to side, moving into the hips ever so slightly here. Gorgeous. Exhale, release. And we're slowly going to come up into our tabletop position. Find your scared cat. Bring your chin in towards your chest, down into the spine. Really lifting up, pressing between both shoulders, high as you can. Inhale, drop the belly, traction the chest forward, gaze draws up. Exhale, release. And really expand your breath here, deepening into the lower ribs, lower rib cage. Excuse me. Oops. Exhale, release. And just continue on your own breath, deepening each time into the pose. Keep drawing those shoulders back, dropping the belly. Lovely. So really warming up the spine here and expanding the flexibility in your spine as fully as you can. Begin to roll your belly. So imagine that you are a barrel and you are rolling around the inside of the barrel, touching each of the sides, just drawing your navel towards your spine and really target your belly and just roll the belly around. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And just go slow. Again, I invite you to slow down and be really meticulous in your movement. Targeting that specific area. Lovely. Begin to take your hips from side to side. Look over your shoulders towards your feet. Stretching a little bit further into the wrists. And then sinking the hips back onto the heels. Inhale as you come forward, bending the elbows. Exhale, rotating the hips, making big circles with your hips. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sinking those hips. And bend your elbows lots here. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And as you do bend your elbows, maybe moving a little bit more into the shoulders. And notice how your shoulders and your upper back feel as you move here. So even closing down the eyes for a couple of minutes and just exploring this movement in your body. Notice any cracking in the knees or the hips. And notice any areas in your body that are feeling tender, maybe stiff or tight. Just being aware of the vulnerable places that exist within each of our bodies. And some days we're going to be more flexible, we're going to be tighter or stiffer, depending on what you've been doing, etc., etc. Okay, beginning to walk the hands on your mat, walk the hands towards you, and then walking your hands in the opposite direction, maybe facing your fingertips towards you, rotating from the shoulders down into the wrists if it feels comfortable to do so. Rotating, going the opposite direction. Again, just exploring your mobility here, your movement, gently sinking back in the hips, stretching into the fingertips. You might take your palms and face them up towards the ceiling, stretching the wrists in this opposite direction. Walking the hands forward now, keeping the hips in line with your knees. We're going to walk our hands forward and come into our puppy pose, our Anahatanasana. So walking the hands as wide as your mat, begin to melt your heart, melt your chest, and just allow the upper body to soften towards the ground. Surrender here and breathe fully into the lower belly. Take a couple of exhalations from the mouth. Continue to melt the armpits, soften the shoulders. Exhale, release, slowly coming out, walking those hands back. We're going to take our plank pose from here. So stretching out the left leg, draw the heel towards the ground. Just hold here for a moment, coming up onto the tippy toes, drawing that heel down. And then when you're ready, you're going to draw your right leg back and find plank here. Draw your navel towards your spine, dropping between the shoulders. And just gently, again, come up onto your tippy toes, back and forth. Finding your strength here, engaging the core. Could be quite tough. Just keep breathing, keep drawing the navel towards the spine. We're going to bend the knees, drop the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin towards the mat. Relax the toes, scoop the chest forward and come into your baby cobra. So just gently peeling the chest off the mat, elbows nicely tucked. Press the back of the feet down onto the ground and lift the head. Exhale, release, slowly folding back down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Make sure your hands are below your shoulders. And once again, you're going to peel your chest off the mat, coming up a little bit further in your baby cobra. Exhale. Release, no hands this time. See if you can peel the chest off the mat. Press the back of the feet into the floor. Beautiful, lovely. Exhale, release. Walking the hands back now to the sides of the ribs and pressing back into your child's pose. Sink the hips. Bring your big toes to touch. Just taking the palms and placing them on your lower back, on your lower ribs. And just taking 3 deep breaths here. Feel the breath expanding into the lower back. And see if you can deepen your lung capacity as you breathe here fully. Gorgeous. Exhale, release, walking the hands back down the mat once again. We're going to tuck the toes in, and this time we're going to press up into our downward facing dog. So just take your time, take it nice and slow, drop the head. Begin to pedal out the feet. Make sure your feet are a nice wide hip distance apart. Keep lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. And just begin to shake your head yes. And then shake your head no, releasing any tension in the back of the neck. And get quite comfortable here. If it's very uncomfortable in your down dog, walk your feet a little closer to you. Draw the heels towards the ground, find stillness as you stretch into the back of the legs here. Take a few deep exhalations again from the mouth. Find that oceanic sound in your Ujjayi breath. And when you're ready, begin to slowly walk towards the top of your mat, walking up towards the back of your wrists. Bend the knees deeply, take hold of opposite elbows and just gently sway from side to side here. Excuse me. Let go of the arms now and just let the whole upper body relax, soften. Just hanging out. Imagine that you're an ape, a monkey, just hanging out with your really long arms. Just give your shoulders a little roll. Again, just shaking out the head if there's any tension in the back of the neck. Bring your chin in towards your chest and slowly begin to roll up through the spine, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. Just shake out those hands and we'll come up to the top of the mat, sway the arms nice and long once again. Allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears. Ooh. And just shake out the legs, shake out the arms, and just wobble like jelly for a moment. Again, noticing how the body is, specific areas that you might feel any pain or injury, etc., etc. No one knows your body like you do, so really tune in with what is going on with it today and honoring that. Coming to the top of our mats, we're going to keep the feet a wide hip distance apart, taking all 10 toes off the mat. And then one at a time, see if you can press your toes down into the ground, really grounding your feet down towards the earth. Begin to tuck your pelvis, your tailbone under, palms face forward and find your Samasthiti, your lovely empowered posture. Opening up through the chest, deepen your breath here. Deepening the lung capacity again. Take a few exhalations from the mouth. Standing up really tall, empowered. Relax your chin towards your chest. Hands to prayer. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Look towards your thumbs. Get as long as you physically can here. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Swan dive or folding forward. Dropping the head. Inhale, coming to a halfway lift. Hands to shins or knees perhaps, or fingertips to touch. Draw the shoulders back, lovely. Exhale, release, fold, bending the knees, take the hands to your mat and gently step back into your high plank again. Spread the fingers wide, all 10 finger pads on the mat. Draw the heels down, engaging the core, soften between your shoulders, chin in towards the chest. And just holding here for a moment. You can gently rock back and forth on your tippy toes if that feels nice. And just feeling your core activated. Squeezing into the glutes, squeeze your bum. Bending the knees, drop the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin to the mat. Release the toes, soften the hips, chest rolls forward. Elbows in as you come to baby cobra, coming a little bit higher perhaps this time to your upward facing dog. Exhale, release, tucking the toes and gently pressing back to downward facing dog once again. So pedaling out the feet here, really deepening into the back of those hamstring muscles. Loosening it all up. Find that oceanic sound in the breath. Keep lifting the tailbone high. Inhale, begin to look between your palms and gently step towards the top of your mat. Once again. We're going to sink the hips, sweep the arms up, and find your Uttanasana chair pose. Lovely. Draw the belly in. See if you can sit down a little further. Really working those thighs, toning up the thighs here. See if you can sink down, sit down a little bit more. Lift the arms, biceps beside your ears, and gently pressing into the feet. Come up to standing. Take the arms back behind you. Soften the shoulders. Find your Samastiti once again. Stand up nice and tall. That lovely empowered posture. Strong woman posture. Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, hands to prayer. Number 2, inhale, reach the fingertips. See if you can get a little bit longer this time. Look towards the thumbs. Stretching as high as you can, and exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward. Drop the head, inhale, come to your flat back. Hands to shins or knees, or fingertips to touch. Exhale, fold. Take the hands to the mat, bend the knees, and gently step back into your high plank once again. So really working the strength in your arms here. Draw the heels back, engaging the core. Keep drawing your navel towards your spine. Breathe, squeeze your glutes, squeezing everything, tightening up your perineum here. Getting really strong and toned. Breathe. Strong arms, strong biceps, chin towards the chest. Lovely, you can bring your your knees, chest and chin to the mat, or taking your chaturanga. Bend the elbows and press down. Inhale, scoop the chest forward. Upward facing dog, draw those shoulders back. Feel that lovely stretch in the lower back. Exhale, pressing back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. So really going for quality, not quantity today. Drawing those heels towards the mat, really deepening into the back of the legs. See if you can bring your heel a little closer to the ground. Melt the heart. Soften those armpits towards the earth. Spreading. All 10 finger pads are pressed onto the mat. Firmly give your head a little yes shake and then a little no nod. Find that oceanic breath, ujjayi breath. Inhale, look between the palms, bend the knees, stepping or hopping to the top of your mat. Sinking the hips once again, ground with the feet, sweep the arms, find your lovely chair pose. Sit down, sit down, sit down. And then see if you can sit down a little bit further. Gorgeous, toning those thighs, keep breathing, your breath is going to get you through. Reach the fingertips a little bit higher, stretch, lengthen through the arms, and then gently pressing up to standing. Take the arms back. We're going to take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and just stretching out. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Pressing into the feet. Okay. Gorgeous. Lovely. Relax the arms now. Hands face forward, tucking the pelvis. Check your posture, your alignment. You're standing up nice and tall, nice and strong. Soften the chin. Just take a little smile in the face. Just soften all those facial muscles that might be tense. Maybe giving your face a little stretch. Okay, last one, hands to prayer. Inhale, see if you can reach a little bit higher. This is the last one, so as tall and as long as you can. Reach those fingertips up. Inhale, fully exhale, swan dive, hinging from the hips, drop the head. Inhale, coming to your flat back, fingertips to touch. Lengthening into the back of the legs, lovely. Hinge, fold, drop the head. Bending the knees, take the hands to the mat. Stepping or hopping back into your high plank. Again, strong core here. Engage the lower abdomen. Now knees, chest and chin. Or taking your chaturanga once again. Bend the elbows, strong arms, really working those bicep muscles. Pressing into the hands. Inhale, scoop the chest forward. Coming onto the back of the feet. Open the heart, open the chest, downward facing dog. Drop the hips. Press into the back of the feet. Really lovely. Bring your shoulders back. And exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Draw the heels down. Breathing deeply. Lengthening into the back of the legs. We're going to begin to heel toe our big toes to touch. And you're going to step that right foot back, point the right toes and draw your right heel up towards the sky as high as you can, taking the three-legged dog here. So kick back that right foot, lovely. Bending that right knee. Now roll the shoulders over the wrist and step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop the left knee, release the left toes. Sweep the arms, come into your lovely low lunge. Open the heart, open the chest. We're going to drop our elbows in line with our shoulders and begin to take a rotation here, drawing, looking towards the left side, so coming left as fully as you can. Exhale, release, come back to center and reverse, go the opposite direction, drawing the looking towards the right side. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Take the hands to prayer. And we're just going to take a little back bend here. So keep the hands in the center of your chest by your heart and just look up towards the sky, drawing those shoulders back as fully as you can here. Dropping the head. Woo. Lovely. Exhale, release, taking the hands to the inside of that right foot. And we'll find our lizard pose. So if this is enough for you, staying here. If you want to go a little deeper, walking the hands forward, maybe bending the elbows or just one elbow. Just going a little deeper. Listen to your body. Even take that left knee back a little bit. Option to take the right hand to the inside of the right knee and just gently open up that right hip. You're pressing out that right knee. Excuse me. Now we have another option here to bend that left knee and perhaps take hold of the inside of that left foot to give yourself a little quad stretch if that feels good. If it's too much, don't go there. Look after the knees here in particular. And then gently releasing, coming out. Begin to heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale fully here. And as you exhale, straightening out that right leg. Coming onto the heel of the right foot. Deepening into that right hamstring. So bringing the chin towards the chest, rounding in the spine here. You can find stillness here, breathe. Or option to find a little flow. Inhale, come to flat back. Exhale. So just listen to your body, listen to what's working best for you today. Now, as always, the most important part here is your breath. So don't forget to breathe. Notice when your breath stops or if it goes out of rhythm, out of sync. And then come back to the breath, rebalancing your inhalation and your exhalation, and allowing your breath to guide you through this physical practice, this moving meditation, because essentially our yoga practice is a moving meditation. Leaning back at the top of our mats. And we're going to begin to take our hands back and gently step your right foot back in line with your left knee. So coming back to our tabletop position and just shaking out the hips here. Going to take a couple of cat-cows, just softening into the spine once again. Before we go to the other side. Lovely. So tucking the toes in. Once again, you're going to bring your heels down and come into downward facing dog. And just pedaling out the feet, really lengthen now into the legs, the back of the legs. So drawing the heels a little closer to the ground or pressing them firmly on the ground now. Lifting the tailbone a little bit higher. And begin to heel toe the big toes to touch. And see if you can take your right hand off the mat and bring it around to your left ankle. Look underneath and actually you might want to keep your feet hip distance for this, it might be a better balance. Look underneath your left armpit, drop the head, take a breath, and exhale, release, bringing that right hand back, opposite side. So just gently taking your left hand off the mat, see if you can bring your left hand to maybe touch your right knee or your ankle, looking underneath your right shoulder, drop the head. Exhale, release. Okay, so now definitely bring your big toes to touch. And we're going to step our left leg up towards the sky this time, coming to three-legged dog now. Point the left toes, breathe. Really kick back that left foot as high as you can. Bending that left knee, draw the shoulders over the wrist and gently step that left foot forward between the hands Release the right knee, release the right toes. Find your little lunge here. Sweep the arms up, open the heart, open the chest. Reaching those fingertips high. And we're going to drop the elbows in line with the shoulders and begin to turn towards the left side. Take a breath. As far as you can, keep twisting. Exhale, release back to center. And opposite side, turning towards the right as far as you can. Keep twisting. Breathing. Exhale, release, hands to prayer. Center of your chest and just taking a little back bend here. Look towards the sky. Forcing anything too much. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Bringing the hands to the inside of that left foot now. And find your lizard pose. So you might need to heel toe the left foot out a little bit. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to go further, walking the hands forward, bringing those elbows down. Going a little deeper. And then, of course, option to take the left hand to the inside of that left knee when you're ready. Maybe just opening into that left hip ever so slightly. Breathing. Option here to walk the hands back, bend that right knee. This time you might take hold of the inside of that right ankle. Make sure you've good padding on the right knee if you do this. Take your time. So if you want to go into that quad. Okay. Exhale. Release, slowly begin to heel toe that left foot to the center of the mat. Come onto the fingertips. Nice flat back to begin. Really work into that right quad as well. And then as you exhale, stretching out that left leg, coming onto the heel of the left foot. Bring your chin towards the chest, dome into the spine. Find stillness and breathe. Option to work into your flow as well. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. Check in with your breath. Notice its rhythm, its depth. And notice how it feels when you deepen your inhalation and allow your breath to be fully bodied. So one last breath here. Inhale, slowly begin to come forward. Once again, take the hands back onto the mat and just gently step that left foot back into your tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes in, press back into downward facing dog, and slowly begin to walk your hands towards your feet this time. Just hanging out here for a moment, we're going to take hold of the back of your ankles and see if you can bring your head a little closer to the ground. Lift the tailbone high. Take a good grip on the back of your ankles and really work into the back of the legs. Shake your head, yes. And shake your head, no. Lift the tailbone a little bit higher. Drop the head a little bit lower. Inhale, slowly begin to look up and we'll come up to standing. We're going to step our right foot forward and find our warrior one. So just step your right foot forward, bend that right knee, drop your left heel, so your left foot is at a 45-degree angle, and sweep the arms up into warrior one. Reach those fingertips high. Make sure your right knee is in line with your right ankle. And then taking the arms out nice and wide, begin to find your warrior two. So you can bring that left foot to the 90-degree angle. Inhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Flip the right hand to face towards the sky and draw your right hand up and over. Find your peaceful or your reverse warrior. Drop the head here. Really allow that left hand to come down the back of the left leg. Hang the head and breathe. Exhale, release right elbow to right knee. Left hand reaches up and over. Find your side angle. So find that lovely line from your left fingertips down to your left little toe. Option to go a little deeper, taking the right hand to the inside of that right foot. Breathe. Strong legs. Exhale, release. Keep the legs where they are. Release the upper body. Begin to straighten out that right knee now. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward. Exhale, right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Find your Trikonasana. Look up towards your left hand. Excellent. Strong legs once again. Coming back to standing. Bring your feet parallel on your mat now. We'll bring our toes inwards, heels out, hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, draw the shoulders down. Look up. Full inhalation. As you exhale, you're hinging from the hips, allowing the hands to come over the head. Again, give your head a little nod, yes, shake no. No tension in the back of that neck. Bending the elbows, allow the hands to come to the hips and bring your fingertips onto the mat. That looks great, everyone. Draw the heels in, toes out now, and slowly begin to walk your fingertips over towards your right foot. Coming down here, straightening out the left leg. Bend that right knee, come into a little side squat. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. Option to take a bind here. Lovely. Exhale. Release. We're just going to walk our hands back to center. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just finding what works for your body here. Probably toes out, heels in, straightening out that right leg. Reach left hand to the ground, reach the right hand up towards the sky. So just finding where it's going to really work for you here, deepening into that, the inner thighs, really giving the legs a long stretch. Lovely. And exhale, release. Once again, walking back to center. See if you can bend your knees and bring your head a little closer to the ground. Walk your hands underneath your feet. Lovely. Inhale, slowly walking the hands back. Come to a flat back, hands to hips. Press into the feet and come up to standing. We draw the heels in, toes out. Just gently swing from side to side here. Lovely. Keep the shoulders in line with the hips. Inhale, draw your right heel off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, left heel off the mat. See if you can take both heels off the mat. Up onto those tippy toes. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Dropping the heels, take the hands to the knees. Inhale, right shoulder to center, stretching into that upper thoracic spine. Exhale, release, shoulders over hips. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Shoulders over hips. Inhale, right shoulder to center. Shoulders over hips. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm pressing into the feet now, coming back to standing. We're going to find warrior one on the left side. So just bringing that right foot to the 45-degree angle, bending the left knee in line with the left ankle, and sweep the arms up towards the sky as you bring your hips forward, facing forward. Draw the navel in, no arching in the spine. Take a breath. And as you exhale, take the arms out nice and wide, find warrior two, roll the shoulders back and down, flip that left palm to come towards the sky, draw the right hand down the right leg, drop the head, peaceful, reverse warrior. Exhale, left elbow to left knee, right hand comes up and over. Option to take that left hand to the inside of the left foot. Strong legs. Just moving the upper body, come back to standing. Whew. Begin to step, straighten that left knee. Inhale, reach the left fingertips forward. Exhale, find Trikonasana on this left side. Look towards the right hand. Take a yawn if you need it. Roll the lips, maybe make some noise. Ah, big ah sound here. Pressing into the feet. Exhale, release, come back to standing. Beautiful. We're going to heel toe the feet back to hip distance. Just give your hips a little rotation. Take go the opposite direction. Lovely. We're just going to turn to face the top of our mat again. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Find your malasana, your squatting pose, sink the hips. Use your elbows to bring your knees out. Draw your tailbone down. Keep a nice flat spine, straight back. Excellent. That's lovely. Breathe into those hips. Drawing the tailbone down, straightening the back. Have a little bounce maybe, going into the hips a little bit further. Coming up onto the tippy toes, it feels nice. Lovely. And exhale, release. We're going to drop our tailbone down and extend the legs nice and long. Removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Take hold of knees, shins, ankles. And breathe. Bring the chin toward the chest. Surrender fully into your forward fold. Gorgeous. Exhale, release. Coming back to seated. Roll the spine down the mat now. Coming onto your back, and we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. Begin to rotate the knees, massage out your lower back. Give it a good deep massage now. And we're going to take our right foot and place it on our left knee. Take your left foot to the ground. Open up that right knee. Inhale, draw the left foot off the mat. And you can either thread the needle here, thread your right arm, and interlace your hands behind the back of your left knee. Or if you want to go a little deeper, taking the hands up and over to the left shin. Really going deep into that right hip. Come on, Emer. Breathing fully here. Really targeting that right hip. As we know, our hips can often bring a big emotional release. So just allowing anything that comes up for you today to be. So one last deep breath here. And exhale, release, slowly dropping that left foot back. Bring your right foot down, and this time taking your left foot to your right knee. Open up the left knee. Inhale, draw your right foot off the mat. So you can thread the needle, yeah, or taking the hands up and over to the right shin. Breathing deeply into the left side this time. See if you can really go deep. Allow your breath to guide you into that hip. Surrendering the rest of your body, relax your shoulders, soften your face. Breathe. 2 more breaths here. And exhale, slowly coming out. Bring the knees into the chest once again. Relax the hands, palms facing up. And just allow your knees to fall to the left. Look towards your right hand. Take a deep breath in your twist. And as you exhale, engage the obliques, draw the knees across the body to the opposite side. Look towards your left hand. Come into your twist and take a deep inhalation. Exhale. Release. Bring the feet together. Allow the knees to fall out to the sides. Find your Supta Baddha Konasana. Softening in the hips. Butterfly legs here, butterfly those knees. Take the arms as wide as you can, palms face up towards the sky. Soften the shoulders. And when you're ready, begin to stretch out the legs. Bringing your feet as wide as the mat. Allow the feet to wobble for a moment like jelly. Just wobble on your mat. Allow your whole body, in fact, to wobble like jelly. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe making a last bit of noise, rolling the lips. And begin to take a few deep exhalations from the mouth, as deeply as you can, and as fully as you can. Here, begin to let your practice go. And begin to soften the scalp on your head, allowing your head to get as heavy as it physically can on the mat. Soften your brow, your forehead, the area between your eyes. Relax your temples, your cheeks. Unlock your jaw. Relax the back of your neck. As you swallow, allow your throat to expand. Completely surrender with each exhalation, softening the shoulders, relaxing the arms, elbows, back of the wrist, palm, into each fingertip. Soften your upper back, down through your lumbar spine, into your coccyx. Relax your heart, your chest. Let your belly go. Soften pelvis, glutes, hips. Scan through the legs, working your way down into the knee sockets. Releasing any muscles that are still holding. Relax your calves. Down into your ankle. Relax your feet. All the way into those tippy toes. Allow your whole body to begin to sink, melt towards the ground. coming into a sleep-like state physically, a deep sense of relaxation, completely letting go for these last couple of minutes. And if the mind is still wandering, bring your attention to your breath. Find peace here in this moment, this precious moment, the only one you'll ever have, that you'll know for sure. Slowly begin to deepen the breath once again. Awaken your body from within. Gently begin to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, and ever so softly roll over to one side, just curling up like a baby for a moment. Begin to honor your body, that you were able to practice yoga today. And just begin to send yourself a lot of compassion, love, and kindness for being you and showing up for yourself today. Practicing gratitude, find one new thing that you've never ever thought of before to be grateful for in this moment. And then gently begin to use your outer hand to find yourself in a seated position. You can stay lying down and slip off to bed if you wish, or sitting up, just awakening that spine again, lengthening. And we'll close our class with one Om. Inhale, prepare for Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing this evening. I hope everyone is well and you had a good class. As always, if you need to slip off, please do. And if not, you can hold on.
That was lovely. Thanks, Gail.
Stop the recording.